Good evening and welcome. Mountains, glaciers, turquoise lakes, and a few hidden gems that don't even show up on the official itinerary. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Yes, absolutely. If you've ever dreamed of standing in the middle of a nature's postcard, this trip might be for you. Maybe.
Canadian Rockies in the summer of 2026. Good evening and welcome to 10 Minute Travel Tuesday. I'm George, that's Deanna. We're not travel agents, we're group travel enthusiasts, and we love it that you've joined in tonight and are watching the show because we get to announce tonight a trip that is going to be so amazing for next summer, and we're going to dive into it in just a second. But before we do that, we always like to say there's
one
a couple of
important
things,
thing
that you need to
have to
do.
do.
Yes.
Please like,
Mm-hmm.
please share,
Uh-huh.
and drop us a comment. Let us know where you're watching us from, so we can say hi howdy to
Yeah.
you too.
Hi, howdy.
Hi howdy.
Hi, howdy,
What do
she
you want to
says.
say?
Hi, howdy. Okay.
I'm doing it right now.
Yes, please share. It's real easy. And the reason we ask that, we always like to say if we get 10 shares, we feel like we've done good for the week because it gets our message out to your friends that maybe don't know about us and don't know anything about what we do. So we get a chance to meet them too. So welcome in tonight. So glad you're here. We can't wait to get started because we have been waiting on this for so
Oh my
long,
gosh, this
Deanna.
trip. Yes, this trip has taken forever to get together, and I apologize, but we have got it together for you all. You all are going to be so pleased with this. I forgot what we're calling it. The
Canadian
Canadian.
Rockies and Glacier National
There it
Park.
is.
And
Thanks.
here's the really cool thing about this is that it's going to happen next summer when it's like 110 degrees in Houston, when it's like 100 and muggy in Louisville
Yep.
and Southern Indiana. Okay, if you're up in Minnesota and you're
It's
watching
probably not.
tonight, it's probably not going to be 100, but it's going to be the middle of summertime, and we're going to go to Glacier National Park and the Canadian Rockies to
Oh,
kind of cool off.
oh, I'm so excited. I'm
Yep.
so excited. We should just jump right in talking
Jump
about
right
it.
into it. Let's
Talking about
go.
it.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so
Where do we start?
first off, we start in Calgary. We fly into Calgary. We'll have a day or so there. You'll have some free time. You can roam the city and explore it. It's clean, modern. It's just full of surprises. One of the cool things to do if you get there early or stay later is go up to the Calgary Tower. It's gorgeous.
You get a chance to, that's the thing that we love about this is there's so much to do there, and you get a chance to see some things that maybe you wouldn't get a chance to see. This place has got a glass floor observation tech in a deck rather in the Calgary Tower, and it gives you a 360-degree view of everything that's going on in Calgary. And by the way, one of the prettiest cities that I think we've ever been to is
Yes.
Calgary.
Yep.
And again, you kind of think of, or I used to think of Calgary as like that's where the West starts, the Wild West in
Calgary
Canada.
Stampede.
Calgary
That's right.
Stampede, all that kind of stuff. But this city is so modern and so
Mm.
clean and so beautiful. I think you're going to love it. And that's where we land and that's where we start
That's
all the different things that are going to be
that's our
going on.
that's our takeoff spot.
Yeah.
So we get there, and after that, where do we go?
We go jumping buffaloes or something, right? Isn't this what that's called there? This
Yeah,
beautiful place outside of Calgary?
Yes, yes. We go to the Buffalo Jump.
Well, wait,
Smash
it
my
is.
head.
It's supposed to be
Oh,
smash,
shoot. Now
smash your head kind of thing. Yeah, that.
I have totally messed that up.
No, well, Buffalo Jump is the place that
Buffalo
we're
Jump.
looking at right now,
Right.
and that's one of a UNESCO like World Heritage
Right.
site that is absolutely amazing. It's kind of on that plains coming up to the mountains kind of feel, and that's what you're going to love about
Right.
it. Again, beautiful weather in the summertime
Right.
there, and you will absolutely love that to death.
That's in Waterton National Park in Canada. After that, we'll cross over into the United States for just a brief moment, probably a little more than brief moment.
Yeah, I think we'll be there a
We
little
head
bit
down
longer
to
than that.
Glacier National Park.
Wait, I got something cool. Okay, that I got to
Okay.
show you here.
Okay.
I got to show you here. This is where this
Yes.
is what we're going to be riding on the glacier.
Yes, yeah. These are these the jammers?
No. This is like this is the
Oh, that's
glacier
the
thing,
glacier.
right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
drive out on the glacier in these giant things to show you all around the glacier. And I just thought it was like a coolest thing that looks like out of a science fiction movie. Don't you all agree? By the way, thanks to all the comments. We'll say hi in just a second and everything. But thanks for all the comments tonight. But I mean, tell me you wouldn't like to ride
Yeah.
on this on a glacier
Yes.
while we're going up into Glacier National Park. That is one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen.
Yep.
But this is also part of Glacier National Park. Lots of waterfalls. You'll be able to see those. Some beautiful, beautiful summertime scenery. And again, just look at that. That is
Oh, it's
absolutely
gorgeous.
amazing. So,
We'll see the Continental Divide. I know those of you
yep.
who've been to Iceland have seen the other edge of this Continental Divide. This is the far western edge.
This is the
You'll
other
see
side
both
of this.
sides
Is,
of
yeah,
it.
this is the
This
other
is
side of it.
perfect.
Yeah. So,
There's also a nice tour through Glacial National Park. We should have some free time there. If you'd like, you can take the Trail of the Cedars.
mhm.
It's a beautiful flat walking path. It's like a boardwalk in some areas. You walk around, you see a lot of nature and beautiful sights. It's an easy, leisurely hike before dinner. It'll be wonderful.
And we get to, there's a road that's actually called Going to the Sun. And we get to drive on this road through the mountains and through the glaciers and lakes in
The
hang on,
jammer.
the
This is
jammer
jammers.
cars.
Yeah, the jammer cars. Okay, so these are really cool.
Yeah.
So you get on these cars. We'll take this tour in jammer cars. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they don't have any roof on top or if it's only
You get to hang
partial
out the
roof,
top of
but you
it.
can hang out the top.
Yeah, if you see
Yeah.
it there. So yeah. So you first of all, I think you could get some really cool pictures out
Oh
of the
my
back of
gosh.
this. But again, it's this special road that goes through the Canadian Rockies and parts of Glacier National Park. And again, we'll divide up I think there's like maybe takes 10, 12 people at a time,
Right.
but different ways for you to stand up, get pictures, see out of this. It is absolutely cool. But yes, Deanna has been so excited about jammer cars. And I thought I was the one that was like the car. When I saw them the first time, I was like, what is that?
Well, you know, we always see dogs riding down the road with their heads
It's
hanging
out.
out the
Yeah,
window.
yeah, that's
That's
gonna be
what
a
I think it's going to be
yeah,
like.
that's
I
gonna
don't
be
think
a
we'll go that
yeah.
fast, but
That
that's
here
fine.
you go.
Anyway.
There you go. Deanna dog hanging out the window. You can say it.
Yes.
Greg says, by the way, neat transportation so far on this trip.
Yeah.
I
It
agree,
should be
Greg. This
interesting.
is
It should be
absolutely amazing.
interesting.
So that's going to be now. Again, we're not going over like minute by minute of the
No.
itinerary. We're just kind of giving you an overview of some of the
Just the
things that we're going to
highlights.
do.
Just the highlights.
If you would like it, and you've been a past traveler with us, check your email because you got an email from us yesterday that had the full itinerary on it.
Mhm.
You always get that stuff first when you've traveled with us before. That's one of the perks of traveling with us is you get that information first. But
Right.
now, again, we can send it out to you if you'd like to see more. You just let us know, and we'll make sure that you get it too. If you're not one of our past
Right.
travelers. So.
And if you're ready to look at the full links from Colette, you can always check out our website.
Yep.
But we haven't gotten to our best spot yet.
Okay.
After we go through Glacier National Park.
Yes. Yes.
After all
yes,
that.
Yes.
Then we go to one of my favorite spots in all of Canada. I'm going to say that now. It's Banff National Park.
It is.
Canada.
This honestly, this looks like a painting. This looks like it's fake. But if you look, that's real people down at the bottom. That's real mountains right behind the town.
And right there.
I mean, it looks unreal, doesn't it?
It's
I mean,
amazing.
it just looks unreal. Here's the funny thing. I got a quick story I got to tell about this. Banff is one of the first places that we traveled to together.
Right.
We weren't even married. Deanna's mom and dad and Deanna were taking a drive across Canada to Vancouver to visit her aunt, and I tagged along with them before we were married. Yeah. And the first time I'd really traveled out of the country, and I went to Banff, and we have a picture with me at the lake. So I want to get back. I want to get back to the pictures real quick. Okay, again, this looks like, honestly, it looks like a painting, but it's a real gorgeous photo of there. One of the other things is this
Lake Louise.
Lake Louise. There's a picture of me somewhere in our photo albums. Like right on the edge of that. Hang on, let me get it up. Yeah, right on the edge. Yep. If you can see right.
Just imagine George,
there,
like
right there.
40 years ago, standing right there. And that'd be it. I'm going to find that picture, though.
Lake Louise is an unusual color because it's right at the base of the glacier you see behind it. Now, behind the camera is the hotel at Lake Louise, and it is incredible.
It's incredible.
It's
It's
incredible.
gorgeous. It's the Fairmont Chateau. It's
That was the
beautiful.
first time ever that I'd had a high tea party. You know,
That's
you've
right.
made me do
That's
those
right.
a couple of times, but yeah, that
Yep.
looks absolutely amazing. So we go to Banff. Here's the cool thing about it too. If this is, by the way, this is only a 2 or a 3 on the
This isn't a terribly energetic trip. So
but if you want to do a little hiking on your own, and it's not even that long, there is a path by that hotel that if you walk up just a little bit, you get some incredible pictures.
yeah.
It really is one of my favorite places on the face of the earth is Banff National
Yep.
Park, and Lake Louise is just
Yep.
absolutely gorgeous. All
And
right.
not to spoil too much more, but there is a gondola ride. We
Yeah.
could not find a funicular,
We
so I
couldn't
found a gondola. It's second best.
There
I
we go.
know.
See, but
We
that's
do
Lake
have a
Louise.
gondola.
You can see out of that picture. That's Lake Louise down there. So you ride the gondola down
Right.
the mountain behind the hotel.
So we
It
will
is.
ride the
Yes.
gondola. So
So
there you
we
go.
couldn't have a funicular, so we
Yeah.
had to have a gondola ride there. So okay, all right.
Great.
Debbie says now we may have to add this to our list of trips to take, places to go.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
Debbie. Whether you go with us or not, this
Doesn't
should be
matter.
on your list.
Everybody should see this.
Dorinda says very cool. Betsy says it looks amazing. Why? Thank you, Betsy. Oh, you meant the trip, not me. I thought you said you look amazing. Okay, sorry, Betsy.
Move along.
Yeah, I had totally messed that up. But again, gondola ride, and then sorry, that's coming next week. We'll get to that in just a second. All right, so that's Canada. It's going to be in July.
In July, the end of July, it's July 31st through August 6th.
Yep.
It's a week-long trip. There shouldn't be a lot of jet lag. You're just headed north. You may shift by an hour or two.
Yeah.
So it won't be hard at all to accommodate that. And we're just going to go and have a ball.
We're going to
Just have
cool
fun.
down out of the hot summer for
Yes.
just a little bit, hang around a glacier. And again, this is not even getting into some of the incredible excursions and trips and side trips
There's a
that
lot.
Paulette has planned for us. We get a chance to do some really cool things. But like I said, it's just one of my favorite places on the face of the earth. And it has jammers. So yeah, hang on. I'm going to get that picture again. There you go.
There you go.
Hang out like a dog out of a car while you're driving through the mountains. That ain't a bad deal. Okay,
No,
that
it
ain't a
isn't.
bad
No, it
deal at all.
All the details are on our website. I'm sure we'll put a link up on our Facebook page in the
Yep.
next couple of days. Take a look if you're interested. Deposit of $698.
$698 will hold your spot.
Totally refundable.
Yep.
Not a problem, but that will make sure that you don't miss out.
And I'm not even kidding. Those of you that have requested information and requested and this is one of the most anticipated trips I think we've had.
Oh yeah.
At least the most inquiries about, please send this to me as soon as you get it. Again, I think it's really cool because it's a little shorter trip. It does some amazing things. And like Deanna says, you don't get the Europe jet lag in the middle of it. And you get to cool down just a little bit.
Yeah.
I will say, Allison says hello from Hello Taste,
Are you
Texas.
back? Allison, are you back from all your wild adventures in Europe?
Donna says a gondola ride will work.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
I like that. Gondola ride will work, and it will. If that gondola ride is pretty amazing, let me tell you. Again, if you need any information, you would like information on this, we're happy to send you the link to the website. You can see it all. You can expand it into the full itinerary. That way you can break it down day by day by day. But just remember, jammers.
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 The gondola.
She's going to be the one hanging out of the car. So, all right, let's see if there's any questions. If you have any questions or anything that you want to mention, please drop your comments and we'll get to those here in just a second. I'll look at those while Deanna talks about what we're going to be doing next week on the show. We've had several requests for this.
Yes.
And
we're going to do a mini course, a mini learning thing on first time international travel. If you haven't traveled internationally before and you're really interested in going, you have a trip planned or you're thinking about planning a trip, I will have a mini course of things, tips and tricks, things you need to know. And hopefully you will find it useful.
Hopefully you will find it useful.
You find it useful.
By the way, Kathy says hi from Greensboro. Hello, Kathy. Thank you for watching. Cynthia's in Louisville, Kentucky. Dorinda and Fernando are in Louisville. Donna's in Houston. Actually, League City, I think.
Totally different.
Hello from Louisville says, oh, Greg wants to know if I'm still jealous. Remember they were the snapshot sidecar last year?
Yes.
Damn, I'm jealous.
Yes.
Yes, Greg. Damn, I'm still jealous of the pictures you sent last week. However, his wife Debbie says that this is on their anniversary. It's over their anniversary time.
Oh, come celebrate with us.
Yeah,
we
love that. We love celebrating
We
anniversaries.
celebrate anything.
Donna says it's their anniversary too.
Wow.
Allison says amen to no jet lag.
Yep.
Fernando says get global entry or you got global entry. I'm not sure which one
that's
you
one
said.
of those questions I will write down and answer in my international
Yeah,
travel
see,
course
travel
next week.
things.
Global entry.
Anyway, Canada, and we can't wait for you all to get all the information. If you haven't yet, please check out our website. If you have any questions or you want to see anything, we have a brand new website. It's lindsey-adventures.com. You can click on there. You can send us an email. You can ask questions. You can look at the trips, any of that stuff, because next year is going to be a busy year. We're all about 2026 now and getting ready for that. We have Portugal in April. We have the Canadian Rockies in July, and then we're going to Iceland again.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that trip too. So we should have something that maybe hits your hot button in some way. We'd love for you to travel with us and bring along some friends and family.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it's all about, is building a community. We've gone a little bit over our time tonight. We always like to be respectful of your time, but thank you. We had a lot to talk about, including the jammers. And wait, one of the other things Greg said, hang on, I want to find the picture. What? I can't wait to go on this too.
Oh yeah, your moon bus.
That's the moon buggy.
It looks like a lunar rover kind of thing.
It does kind of look like that. But then again, there's Deanna.
Yeah, that's me.
And the jammers driving through there. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We always love it. Click share if you haven't yet. Share it with your friends. Maybe they want to go to the Canadian Rockies. And we'd love that, because if we get to 10 shares, we reach new people every week. Thanks to you all. Thanks for joining us tonight. That's our show. We'll be back next Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, with 10-Minute Travel Tuesday. Have a good night, y'all. See ya.